Next we've got Phil himself. Phil, at the beginning, I think a lot of people, and especially like looking back at the previous cast that did him, he's seen as like this really dumbed down character who just eats all the time. He's seen as like almost a comedy character, but then I think when you realise, and if you look at the whole play as a whole and then you look at the final sections of it, you look more into the fact that there's this like facade that he puts on, or this idea that he doesn't really care what's going on, but then he has to clean up everybody's mess in the end, and he's more than capable of doing so. He's really actually quite clever, and the fact that he doesn't really care what people think of him, but he can be really intimidating, especially in our section. This intimidation tactic comes out, and this sort of like narcissistic actual inner Phil is expressed. He's a really strong character, and in terms of what we want the actor to show, we want them to be able to express like this great range of like facial expressions. Someone who physically doesn't need like any particular characteristic, because Phil could be misleading. He could be like the smallest person in the group physically, but if he has this good range of facial expressions that he shows, and if he has this idea of vocal range that he can switch from being really like oblivious to everything to really switched on and focusing on like intimidating and like taking control of the social group, then it shows how deep down inside he's always been a bit like that. And the group are really surprised at this interaction and Phil's inner side. So it's probably something that he's hidden for a long time. Shows that he's the opposite of Leah almost, in terms he's not an attention seeker. He doesn't want any of that. He doesn't want the approval of others. He doesn't care what they think. It's more about him just wanting the simple things in life and feeling like he has to deal with this whole situation that everybody else has made, and they're too dumb to like figure it out for themselves.